star or not. They're used to this, okay? They're used to team-oriented things, which on a good side, they work really, really, really well in small groups and small companies because they like the team aspect. They also seek, strive, and embrace structure. Why? Because ever since they were born, their parents have said, you're going to get up, you're going to have breakfast here, you're going to be on the bus, you're eating lunch at this time, you're going to have this football practice from here to here, you're going to come home, you're going to study, you're going to eat dinner, you're going to bathe here, and you're going to go to bed, and tomorrow you're going to do it all over again. They're used to being told what to do, which is going to be an important thing in terms of how we're going to work with millennials, because we are going to tell them what to do, but it's how we go about it that's different. Millennials also buy things that are new, robust, and relevant. When the new iPhone 6s came out, who was the first group that had to get the millennials? Now I learned something new. When the iPhone 6 came out, they also came out with a thing called the iPhone 6 Plus, which is considered big and better and better than an iPhone 6. And of course, my son, the millennial, had to get one. I'll never forget that when he moved out and got on his own, he sent me a text message of this cart coming out of Best Buy's with his big screen TV, just to let me know that he had bought something bigger and better and better than dear old Dad. When my wife and I had the opportunity to go up and visit him when he lived up in Charlottesville, Virginia, she said, we need to wash some clothes. So I go down to the laundry room. I opened up the laundry room doors. I kid you not. There was a Samsung washer and dryer pair that he paid over $3,000 for. That had more bells and whistles than an Apollo command module. So I come back in the room and my wife said, you start the laundry? I said, I ain't touching that. I'm afraid I'm going to change the nuclear launch codes here in the United States. But this is the millennial. And before, I guarantee you, before they ever bought that washer and dryer, it had been researched over and over and over and over and over again. On the downside, millennials are very emotional buyers. They revel in their own problems, and I'm telling you, become drama queens about everything in their life. It's all about them. Not about you. It's about them. They also, on the downside, share experiences, sometimes good, but always bad. Let me tell you, if you get a millennial mad at you, they'll pull out this little smartphone, in a matter of moments, they're going to hit a button, and there's tens of thousands of people all over the globe that know what you did. This is the millennial. On the downside, too, they get very annoyed when you treat them as children. Now, wait a minute. I just told you that the average millennial was 27 years old. The average realtor is 57. That's 30 years difference, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to tell you, they are our children. But they don't want to be treated that way. If you treat a millennial as a child, here's what's going to happen. You know what that was? That was their pop-up blocker. It just went off. And everything that you now say bounces off. Don't treat them as children. I'm going to show you how we treat them, but certainly don't treat them as a child. Why do millennials act like they're from another planet? I'm sure you've all heard that book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and I'm sure that there's millennial parents in this room that would say, that may be true, but our kid didn't even come from the same solar system. Even people like Time Magazine said they are a lazy society. And they have the attention span of a 5-year-old. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, the problem with millennials is they're just misunderstood. I think millennials are misunderstood because one of the things I love about millennials is they dream big. They were brought up in a world of bad girls, Kim Kardashian. They know that's the biggest fake stuff they've ever seen. But what they do know is that, hey, if they can do that, man, there's hope for me too. They also are unafraid to take on new things. You may not want a door knock. They'll knock on 100 doors. They're unafraid. Okay? I can tell you, any skydivers in here? Okay, one of our friends from Italy was celebrating his 60th birthday. And he said, hey, Chip, you and Kathy, let's come down to DeLand, Florida, where we live, and celebrate my birthday. I said, great. He said, but I got to ask a special favor of you. Okay? He said, part of what I want for my birthday is my millennial son, me, and you are all going to jump out of an airplane together. Now, I'm a pilot. It makes no sense to jump out of a perfectly good operated airplane. So I called my wife up and I said, so what do you think? She goes, yeah, the insurance is paid up. You take a split, I'll go get another one just like it. So off we go to DeLand, Florida. Now, I'm not an idiot. This is one of these things called a tan jump, right? Only problem for me was the guy I was strapped to had on sandals, and I swear he just finished a doobie in the back room. But what I found interesting is we're on our way up to 13,000 feet, which we'll call the scene of the crime. And I'm looking around in the airplane, and besides him and me and the two guys that we're strapped to, everybody else in that airplane are millennials. And so, I don't know, it hit about 12,000 and something, and so all the millennials start jumping out, except for the 3 millennials that are filming us. Because what I didn't know is he had a photographer, and these guys really, I mean, they went at it. I mean, it's like a big show production when they went in the back room and put it all together. From the moment you stepped on the field to the moment you left, somebody went in an ambulance. I mean, it was great. And they're literally hanging by his fingers outside the door with a smile on his face, GoPro on his head, is a millennial. I guess gonna film this thing all the way to the scene of the crash, okay? And so I work, I got the guy strapped to me and worked my way over to the door and he goes, hey, we're gonna jump out backwards. I go, we're gonna what? And of course I have no choice because I'm strapped to him. If he's gonna do it, I'm going to. But the bottom line was, millennials are unafraid. That's one of the things I love so much about them. And they shouldn't get as bad a rap as we sometimes give them. They're also don't understand the word no. 6 years old, we're in Walmart. Walmart's got this big thing going on for the bread. They got these foam tomahawks and these big canisters at the end of every aisle. So as we go up each aisle, my son reaches over there and he grabs the foam tomahawk, puts it in the basket. We get around to the next one, I take it out and put it in there. Go back around, he goes around, picks one up, comes to the next thing, I pick it up, put it back. We get to the checkout counter. I'm looking and there on the conveyor belt is a foam tomahawk. So I looked up at my wife. And how women give you that look. Just talk to my Charlotte with. And my son, back then, I mean, they were all cute, right? And cute, blonde hair, blue eyes, looks up at me and goes, Dad, before you make up your mind, what would you do? I guarantee you he got the phone tomahawk. And I bet you over the life, we probably had 6 or 7 around the house and not one of them were in one piece. But they don't know the word no. Because as you're going to find out a little later on, they're going to find a way to get to yes. In the corporate world, millennials may appear impatient because they want what they want it how they want it, and they want it when they want it. They want instantaneous results. It's all because of this. This is what they're used to. Instantaneous results. A lot of people think in the corporate world, they go, well, you millennials are not going to pay the same price that we did to get where we are. And I got news for you. They will never pay that price. Matter of fact, they don't even work by the golden rule. They work by what I call the platinum rule. They do unto others as the way they wish to be treated. I can tell you again that in the corporate world, because of their impatientness, if the door of opportunity opens with a millennial, you need to be ready with what I call your 2-minute elevator speech. If you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, then you need to come see me at the break. Because again, millennials value their time greatly. And if the door creaks open, you better be able to give your 2-minute elevator speech real quick. Again, in the corporate world, they're focused on results. They're focused on efficiency. They care about winning. They don't care about practice. You know, I like movies. I used to love Clark Gable. Clark Gable, 5 o'clock, we got it. It's a wrap. We don't need to do it again. And he heads to the bar. Millennials want to get it right the first time. They don't want to try it again. If they hit a roadblock, they're going to find an alternate solution. And unfortunately, if you are their roadblock, they're going to find that solution and help from somebody else. Something that's important that you need to understand is technology is their friend, not you. And they are addicted to it. I don't know how many of you in this room still wear watches. But psychologists say we look at this watch 28 times a day. I can tell you that a millennial looks at this smartphone no less than 43 times a day. They know, because of this technology, that they have a voice, and they're not afraid to use it. And corporate America, because of that, is responding. Things in your life as a baby boomer have changed because of their voice. Online dating, there's thought of such a thing when I was growing up. Of course, we didn't have the internet. Uber, ride company came over from Europe, all because of millennials. Do you know that KFC has popcorn chicken and chicken tenders because millennials were having tough times with the phones? It has a major influence. Even Tide, Procter & Gamble, oh, our great Tide. Okay? Tide figured out millennials, when they buy these $3,000 washers and dryers, have no idea how much soap I put in, how much fabric softener, how much starch control. So they invented this thing called a pod. Now we got pods for the dishwasher. We got pods everywhere. All because of millennials. What millennials want, they want to be engaged. We're going to talk a lot about that here today. They want to be engaged. Matter of fact, corporate America has gotten to the point of engaging millennials to the extent that the engagement is ongoing as fast as they tweet and send stuff back. And if you don't believe me, Snapchat. Millennials love this stuff. Do you know more millennials are on Snapchat today and send more pictures through Snapchat than they even text? Unbelievable. Okay? It's also because it's very visually oriented. Okay? But it also puts a lot of content in a short period of time and saves them time. How to reach millennials. Look at the big phone companies. What do they say sell the most of? Data, text, or minute? Data. I mean, every time I look at TV, which is rare because when I look at TV, I'm watching other people make money, not me. Okay? But when I'm looking there, T-Mobile, what? They're offering 25 zillion gigawiggies of data for $39 a month, whatever. They do it because of the millennials. You don't see any old farts like me in those commercials. They're all young people, okay? Because data they're consumed with. They love it, okay? Absolutely love it. Next best way to work with a millennial, to reach a millennial, has to do with texting. Why? Well, number one is it saves them time. Number two is that if you text a millennial and you ask the millennial something, they have an option to either respond to you right away or they say a little message thing there that there's something waiting for them. Which means that then they can Google and come up with the correct answer of how to respond to you and get back and not look stupid because they don't like that. Email? God help you if you use email. When we were putting this seminar together, I worked with my son. And the reason actually this whole seminar came about is one time we were up visiting in Charlottesville, and we spent literally 20 minutes one night talking about what movie we were all going to watch. 20 minutes. You know that Comcast thing, and you got all those pictures up there, it's like on and on and on. Finally, we decide on a movie we're all going to watch. 15 minutes in the movie, they're not watching it. I'm looking over at my wife and I'm going, what's going on? They have their laptops out, communicating to each other. I mean, wouldn't it be logical? You could just turn around and go, hey, what do you think? No. They're sending messages to each other. Unbelievable.